Hello, welcome. Hello, Neko. Hello, Urkovic.
Look,
Hello.
I'm a disembodied voice in this stream.
Happens to me all the time.
Here we are in Vatican, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and together with
And the great geometric shapes.
yeah, you could say that like this. Together with the Neko, of course, and the Kovic, we already started speedrunning the game. It's a few minutes, more than an hour, the speedrun at this moment. But this stream, of course, it will take much longer because I am playing the game.
Again, his words, not ours.
Yeah. I'm the best speedrunner on earth.
On this channel.
Exactly. So let's hope everything works fine. Neko, I will please ask you to take a look at the stream that everything is fine.
Like I say every time, even in prep. For how long are we streaming already?
Sorry
yeah,
about my
is
daughter.
Fine, my man.
You could hear my daughter, I think.
Also, we already have a Chris in chat.
Okay, I will take a break from the microphone because my daughter is screaming around here. So I will let you comment a bit.
All right. So, I haven't played the game yet, so you could say everything is quote-unquote spoilers for me, but I don't honestly care since I'm experiencing this game with friends. So that's also a good experience.
True. Now, when do you intend to play it for yourself?
Tomorrow.
Oh, like that?
Well,
I was almost thinking if maybe you were gonna put it off for a longer time so that you forget a bunch of it.
No. The thing is, I am somebody who remembers stories pretty good, to the point where I can tell some RPGs story beat by story beat, even when I'm play them once. And it's a bit annoying, but it's because I just like writing stories myself. And it got even worse because
perfect, even as your Father who is in heaven is perfect.
I recently started dabbling with those AI role-playing apps, which I wrote an article about, where you can actually write stories or play Dungeon and Dragon campaigns with an AI. And I have found my love for writing stories and fantasy stories again, so yeah, my story memory got even better, so whoops.
Okay, so from now on we are Japanese on holiday. Taking pictures everywhere.
Or American tourists.
Yeah, I don't know. I had in my mind the
Marcus would love it here.
Chinese and Japanese people.
Here in Belgium, it are the Americans. Holy shit! Are those photo pictures?
Well,
Picture takers.
did you bring me any photographic evidence of Father Crescenzo's imaginative claims?
Okay, here's what we got. Mind if I borrow your magnifying glass?
By all means. Some of these inscriptions look more like vandalism.
Definitely ecclesiastical.
Could be an early representation of the Christian church.
This figure is taller than the others.
Like a giant.
This figure is holding a sword.
Maybe it's a warrior.
Huh. Someone has carved Latin all over these symbols.
A secret message from Father Crescenzo, perhaps? Your Latin is much better than mine, Indy. What do these inscriptions say?
What Chris wrote in chat is amazing. Indy has an Instagram account.
The architect of the crusade that did not happen. The door of the fallen angel lies beneath his monument. What does that mean?
I see that. The crusade that did not happen. Dum diversas.
The papal bull.
Yes. After the fall of Constantinople, Pope Nicholas V tried to declare a crusade on the Ottomans, but...
It didn't happen. Nicholas V, his tower. That's his monument. Let's keep looking. The demon guards the way to the underworld, where the tomb of the warrior giant lies.
a demon? A fallen angel? Mother of God, the Father Crescenzo was onto something.
Maybe this giant's tomb lies underneath the Tower of Nicholas V.
Yes, but it says here, to enter the underworld, one needs the blood of the 5 sacred wounds. Look.
Five sacred wounds from where Jesus shed blood. I'm gonna need some blood.
Blood of Christ. Nel nome del Padre, Figlio, Spirito Santo.
Oh, man.
So
What has
Christ's
been
blood
hidden beneath the
are
Vatican?
grapes.
Henri, you should go to the Tower of Nicholas V and investigate.
Thank you, my friend. I knew I could count on you. Just like old times.
Can I take a picture?
There must be more interesting things to take a picture of than this old priest Indy.
You look great.
Indy, you didn't get consent of the one you take a picture of. Instagram
Maybe
is gonna
there is
ban
an
you.
explosive secret hidden below the tower. I would be curious to hear about it.
Okay.
Let there be light.
Kovic, did you saw the interview that Digital Foundry put with the developers of the game?
Is that the ray tracing video?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Padre Antonio ci è stato di grande aiuto. Già. Pensavo che mi piacerebbe avere una sua fotoricordo quando
One thing that it's interesting that is that they still intend to add some things that couldn't be done in time for this patch regarding the ray tracing.
And there is also still a DLC coming up, so
Yeah, that's later, I guess.
I'm sure it's just letting the black shirts do whatever they want. The Lord be with
Kovic,
you,
I
Father.
have a very interesting question for you as a speedrunner. Some games sometimes have story DLCs that add additional story content. So, this game, for example, or take Bioshock Infinite that got 2 story DLCs after release. Are there games where you think they better run in any percent, including the DLCs or without the DLCs?
Well, the nature of modern
Greetings,
DLCs is such that they are usually quite strictly divided from the regular content, so that's not too common. There is a game that's like what you described, but it's an old game. It's Gothic 2 with the expansion Night of the Raven. That's faster any percent than the regular version.
That's interesting. So, the inclusion of the DLC makes the any percent run faster.
Oh, sorella, avete trovato?
Yeah, damn it.
Hai paura di me?
Yeah.
Non hai speranza?
Yeah. A dozen. I don't know, should I restart the checkpoint better?
I don't know. Maybe the checkpoint was just after you get caught. That's funny. Then it would be funny.
I
Stay
don't
away
think
from me.
it can save when you are in combat mode. I'm not sure, but
Now,
some
is
other
it-
things are blocked.
Okay, my Discord share is being it's my end since the stream is fine.
I should get out of here. What secrets lie buried below?
Okay. This is a lot better. So, Chris said in chat, I'm really happy that this game is getting mostly good reviews. It's a good foundation for a potential follow-up. Obviously, good sales are more important, but at least we don't have to worry about its reputation. I think if this game got a very bad output, the outcry of indie fans would be huge.
What do we have here? This does not belong in the Vatican.
I think if Machine Games wants to have a reputation, they couldn't fuck this game up. Money, money, money! Money! So, Kovic, you managed to create something today for this game.
Yeah, I updated the ASL script we have for speedrunning this because we made it initially for the, well, not day one version, the update one. So you would call it day one for the public release, not the premium edition release.
Yeah.
But a patch came out 3 days ago.
And did it change a lot for the script, or?
Well, every time there's a patch, it usually involves compiling a new version of the executable, and that shifts everything in the game's memory. So with a simple script, it breaks everything. So you either have to find the addresses again on the new version, or if you're willing to dabble with some reverse engineering, you can do what's called signature scanning, and that basically means you look at the memory of the game and you try to extract a sequence of bytes with gaps in the middle, where the gap is the address that you're looking for, and you're trying to find the least common denominator in the memory between the two versions. And you're hoping that if your signature is unique enough and robust enough, that every time the developers update the game, the signature will still match, and so the software will find the address for you. And this usually works, but if they made big changes to the game, then even signatures can fail in the future. But it's not too common.
So those signatures, you could also compare them how modern antiviruses like Bitdefender or Kaspersky update their database to check if a file is malware or not. It's practically the same concept in a way.
Oh wow, nice secret.
What can you say?
It recognizes a certain pattern of behavior. Like I wrote a script once for school where it was basically checking the CRC of a file, and if the CRC didn't match the CRC I uploaded or pasted online on the server, it would update the file. And you know what Kaspersky said? No, this is a virus. So
yeah, the way
signatures are interesting.
Yeah, they're basically doing a similar thing. Usually, if you have a custom software that's trying to read some other process's memory or inject something into it, that's going to come up as a red flag for antivirus.
Yeah, and that's why I said the concept of signatures you described earlier sorta kinda is like how anti-malwares work. And it also depends on how good your signatures are to, well, either have a good auto splitter for a speedrun or have good defenses for your computer to not get malware. Or both, you can choose.
Jesus.
Yeah, like the amazing comments Chris said in chat, like, get ready for Indiana Jones and the Steel Triangle coming out in 2028.
He took a cup and gave thanks. He gave to them, saying, drink ye all of it.
Speaking about a cup, Indy, in two movies, you will go for a cup. Since, remember, this game takes place between Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom.
A huge chunk of the indie extended universe takes place between those two films.
And how many years are there chronologically again?
2.
Between those There's
So
two
we had a
games.
chemical reaction to the wire.
Movies.
2. Because Raiders is 36 and Lost Crusade is 38, I believe.
For this is my blood of the covenant, poured out for many
So-
into remission of sins.
How much stuff has Indy done in those 2 years?
They saw Jesus approaching the boat walking on the sea, and they were terrified.
So chronologically, when does the Infernal Machine take place?
47.
So way later.
Yeah, it's after the war. That's why you fight Soviets.
3.
So the latest point in the whole timeline would be Dial of Destiny.
And unsurprisingly, I think.
Yeah.
Walked right into that one.
That way, and to wait into the future.
gave to the
And
disciples
before it,
and said,
Kingdom of the
"Take,
Crystal Skull
eat,
was the
this is
latest
my body."
one. Again, unsurprisingly. Nobody makes extended universe content with senior citizen indie.
Then Disney. Imagine Indiana Jones 6 Indiana Jones and his own fucking ghost. Would be a good movie.
2. Longinus, a soldier who pierced the side of Jesus with a holy lance.
That's interesting, Chris, that you have been reading the Indiana Jones novels that take place in the 30s. I still want to buy them, but I don't find them at a good price, and I don't want to buy them in Dutch since, yeah, some exist in Dutch. My copy of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom book I own is in Dutch.
Huh. I'm sure someone will fix that.
Or Silent Hill happens and we don't fix it.
Give me back. Okay.
The game is actually quite generous with giving you seemingly infinite torches whenever you need them. More generous than I initially realized. There's usually a basket somewhere.
Like an infinite reusable basket.
I'm not quite sure if it's infinite, but even if it isn't, it's chock full of torches.
You know, so technically infinite.
Practically infinite, yes.
Feet of Jesus
Yeah.
and wiped his feet with her hair.
And it might as well be infinite, I don't know. I just never bothered to pick up 10 torches.
Four.
Okay.
Let's see what this does.
Chris says there are a few indie novels that came out in Germany, written by Wolfgang Holbein. They are official. I think it's the 7th or 8th, or I think there are 7 or 8 in total And those are the ones he is reading at the moment. And I got one as a present for my godchild, and I agree with Chris. They range from decent to pretty good.
I never read Indiana Jones novels. I only read graphic novels, and those are excellent as well.
But did you read the the novel that was made after the game that wasn't released? Iron Phoenix, I think it was the name.
Oh, the and the Iron Phoenix or something.
Yeah, Iron Phoenix. Yeah.
I haven't read that one.
Me neither. I was curious. Okay, so left. Maybe studio.
So,
Oh Lord,
a
show us the
question for the
way.
speedrunner. How random are the puzzle solutions? Or are the puzzle solutions always the same, Kovic?
I think they are the same.
Puzzle solutions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're always the same, not randomized. Thankfully.
Saying there are some moments here where I think to myself, oh my fucking god, they can randomize this shit.
Or at least on the easy difficulty, they're not. Couldn't completely confirm the normal one, but I don't think they are. Come on, Julius, we're taking you with us.
He is a friend.
Word. It's weighing it down.
Yeah, he and his big head, it's weighing him down.
Okay.
Beyond the pedestal, an early Christian chapel thus revealed. As I proceed to explore, the gate finally shut. Lo, the bust vanished. Oh Lord, what are these for tribulations? My sources of light and proviant diminish. Unseen watchers keep silent vigil in the dark. Intermittently, I awaken in the night, or is it morn? To the eerie hymns of the unfathomable depths. As I strain mine ears, thy chant wane. supplanted by the vile scurry of vermin.
Page from a journal. Medieval.
Now, if you needed light, my good Trapman, you needed to wait until Indy came around. Then the baskets seemingly have infinite torches, so you have infinite light.
I came with the light.
Indy is an angel, confirmed.
No man, but I'm a priest, so makes sense.
All the places, a dark tomb is not where the game forces you into an indie outfit.
This place must be thousands of years old. Likely an ancient Roman burial ground. I'll take that. I don't think you'll be needing this anymore.
I'll take that, and meanwhile I put a torch to my body. A flaming bloody torch.
I am embarrassed to admit that it took me way too long to notice the key lying there. I was running around these catacombs.
Well, I have streamed enough with Clement, and especially like when we were playing Exit 8, there is one anomaly where a face appears on the ceiling. And every time,
The five-folded Jerusalem
when he could
cross,
see it,
symbolizing the five
instead
sacred
of
wounds.
looking 2 or 3 pixels up, he ignores it and he runs past it. I think I started to count how many times he missed that one. Granted, it's a sneaky anomaly, but 15 times. So sometimes things that are in your line of sight are very, very easily skipped. And I know that when I'm writing stories, it's very fun to put a solution or an upcoming betrayal or plot twist basically inside an earlier chapter, like foreshadowing it and exactly saying what's going to happen, and then let the payoff happen 2 or 3 chapters later. That's always fun to do. Are you waiting for me to read it?
I'm reading.
Another page, same journal.
Damn, I lost my light.
But that's something I appreciate games doing in stories. Like, when you play through it, that you are able to see all the foreshadowing they do. It gives the story more build-up. And as a writer, it's always fun to do and to challenge yourself. Like, what are you going to let the reader or the player already know? Since you should never underestimate the knowledge of a player. They are smarter than you think, and crafting a good puzzle or a good storyline is very, very tricky, and it looks easy, and especially now with ChatGPT and everything. But as a writer, I sometimes read garbage that ChatGPT spews out, and let me tell you, human intervention for AI is still needed.
You say that, but then I cannot square it with all the yellow paint.
Fair point. You know what's a fascinating development in terms of AI? I don't know if you guys have seen it. The AI version of Minecraft,
Fresco of a Roman family. Some kids scratch doodles
where
into it.
AI basically generates Minecraft on the
Yeah,
fly.
Yeah, you're not running a rasterization of the game. Instead, you're running an LLM that's copying the game pretty much.
Yeah.
And I think it's stupid because such a basic thing becomes an issue, such as, you know, you come somewhere, then you go away, then you come back, and it's something completely different because the AI forgot what it generated.
Exactly. So, Chris is enjoying the game with us. He says that he already watched a few gameplay videos of this game, but didn't watch further than Egypt. So he will experience the story with us.
This is
Like I
magnificent.
said
What is this
earlier,
place?
I am happy to experience this game, and if my first time, complete time, is here on stream, or playing by myself, I'm surrounded with a good experience, and this is also quite fun since I am able to riff on the game and on things that happen during the stream. Kovic can give amazing technical explanations, so chat, if you have a question how a game works or how speedrunning works, just say it in chat, and either Kovic or I will see it, and we will address it. And I can talk openly about, well, preparing my review also, basically.
I'd like to use this area as an opportunity to mention a pet peeve of mine in lots of these adventure kind of games, because we are in a tomb/dungeon that nobody has seen for hundreds of years, and yet we have very convenient holes letting sunlight into this room.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever found this. Nobody has ever come across a hole and said, "Oh, I wonder where that leads."
Yeah. And sometimes the modern Tomb Raider games take that trope to an extreme, where Lara is suddenly in a tomb, goes through a whole series of caverns to get to the tomb, and then the bad guys Trinity blow a hole inside a mountain and suddenly find it with no difficulty. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they do that. They don't do that once. They don't do that twice. But I think 10 times per game.
I'm the Blogger the Giant, who died in the service of God at Escalon. The warrior giant. I found it.
I didn't notice when Indy changed. in the-
yeah, when it
in the gear.
entered the barrier room.
Too heavy.
Kovic,
Maybe
I
there's
have
another
an
way to open it.
interesting gameplay question, mostly about graphics now. In this game, you have different costumes for Indy, basically. How do you make the animation, or how does the animation work, to make sure the different costumes are shown without making
That didn't
4 or
work.
5 different
Check the other
animations for
side.
4 to 5 different costumes?
Well, with modern graphics, you have a skeleton system on all the models, and then what that means is when you do animation, you're animating against the skeleton and not the specific graphics model that's applied to that skeleton. That's how they can swap his outfits and then change the sort of visual on the outside without altering the skeleton underneath his rig, and thus having to do the animations over again. This was not possible in the past because 20 or 25 years ago, when you did animations, you would have been manipulating specific vertexes on your model, and that would mean that if you had 2 different outfits, you'd have to animate everything from scratch.
Now that's one way to open a grave. Now, an interesting detail is the dust on Indy's head here.
This game has excellent
You are a big fella, aren't you?
soft particles, and it's gonna come up later in the Egypt section with all the sand that's rendered beautifully.
Sure you won't mind.
And then there's later a section in the mountains, in the snow. You may have seen it in the trailer, and the snow is also looks excellent.
So, I will reply to Chris's question after this cutscene.
Fountain of Confession. Entrance to the sacred monastery of the Nephilim Order. There it is.
We finally got the Raiders theme! Yay!
I never tried the stream friendly soundtrack. You have that option in menu. But I don't care.
I'll just have to find another way out.
I want to hear the originals.
You definitely should. I'm not entirely sure what it cuts out. I mainly just noticed that in one of the loading screens, or like chapter transitions, I don't have any music at all in the speedrun. And I thought that was the streamer mode, but I disabled it and the music still isn't in that section, so I have no idea what's going on there.
Now, Chris asks, how do you feel about the first-person gameplay? Does the game benefit from it, or does it feel out of place from you? Since, yes, it was a big... Well, controversy is not the right word.
I think it is. It definitely raised up passions when the game was announced.
Mm-hmm. Now, personally, I don't really like sections like this, where for just a swing, it goes into third person. I'm like, stay in first person if the section where you go into third person is over in the blink of an eye.
I agree. I think I touched on that last stream, that the transitions can be a bit jarring sometimes. And I honestly think they could have made the game in third person if they wanted. Now, the first person does have some advantages. Like, I definitely think it increases your immersion when exploring. Yeah. But on the other hand, I do think that overall, it's in there mainly just for the heck of it, like a gimmick. And if the game were in third person completely, I don't think anything would majorly break or would be out of place. I think the game would work in third person pretty much the same.
Something I think would solve, quote unquote, here is if you have a toggle in the options menu where you can choose to either play in first or in third
Oh, I'm
person.
soaked.
Maybe
they
we'll
optimize
have
the
a
game for-
mod for this
Romans were
later.
fascinated with ancient Greece.
Sorry, Kovic.
Yeah, could be. I was gonna say the reason why they don't have the option is because the game is not completely optimized for third person. You can see it if you look up the video where somebody actually managed to glitch out and have permanent third person. When you're walking and doing quote-unquote regular stuff in the game, the model is not completely synced between the lower body half,
Finally getting
aka the legs, and the upper body part. So you do sometimes get these two halves of the body twisting in slightly unnatural directions. So it's not polished so that they could have officially shipped it. It's fine when you can understand that it's not perfectly polished and it looks okay, but for a shipped experience they would have to improve this a bit, and they didn't do that, and that's why the game doesn't offer third person and why it's
Yeah.
presented in first person primarily.
The question is, will they offer it, or
I honestly don't think they will. I think
I
they
agree.
stuck to the gimmick, and if they shipped a third person mod, it would come off as caving in to some sort of pressure. So I don't see them doing it.
while in my opinion it would be caving in, it would be giving the players more features to play around with, but like you say, Kovic, we live in a current climate where things like that don't seem genuine anymore.
And also from a more pragmatic standpoint, they probably wouldn't even be able to justify it in terms of allocating resources and development time to doing that, because it doesn't actually add anything new to the game. It just requires polishing what's already there, so that you can toggle the camera and have it look good. If the game is selling well or not, they would always, I think, prioritize, for example, working on the DLC or fixing actual bugs rather than fixing bugs related to the fact that third person doesn't look as good, because they don't wanna. They're not. It's not a priority for them, I don't think.
Yeah, I agree. I very much agree.
Man, I want the lighter. It's horrible without it.
I had the exact same thought. I was really annoyed by not having the lighter from the beginning, because you do have it in Infernal Machine, but there's a gameplay reason for that.
And the gameplay reason is named puzzles.
The gameplay reason is you will get it later as a major mechanic, so they have to blue ball you and not give it to you immediately.
So, puzzles.
Yeah, fun fact. So there's 3 major items that you collect throughout the game to unlock new abilities. The first one is the camera. And out of those, we skip 2 of them, but the lighter is the only one we require in the speedrun.
You can finish the game without the camera?
Yes. You can finish Vatican without the camera, and then when you get into Giza, the game discovers that you don't have camera, and it will give it to you automatically.
That's called fail-safe programming.
Yep. Similar thing is present in Infernal Machine on N64, where you can finish Pudovkin without collecting back your machine parts, and the game will give them to you. And funnily enough, the same thing is not true for the PC version, where if you don't collect the machine parts, you just don't have them, and you cannot finish the game anymore.
That's called a soft lock.
I should add an asterisk. Cannot finish the game anymore under normal circumstances. With
Yeah.
glitches, more is possible.
Who glitches a game?
Yeah, people would never. He says, as today we discovered how to fly in Great Circle.
What? Explain yourself, Kovic.
So apparently, if you grab an enemy with the grab button, and then you push him into some geometry, more research needed, you will bounce back into Indy, and then Indy will fly away, something like that.
Interesting.
Let me link you a video for demonstration purposes.
And I will link that video in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, look! Boomsticks.
I never used them. Yet. Damn it.
Sweet dreams.
I sacrificed my light.
You know what's funny? You sneakily take him down. Nobody notices.
Yeah, that's
And then you
really
say
stupid.
very loudly, "Sweet dreams," and still nobody fucking notices.
Yeah, but he didn't notice the light. That's really stupid.
Cos'è stato?
Subiamo bene!
C'è qualcosa che non torna.
I like how they solve the problem of how to replenish the player's resources in an ancient tomb by making some of the Italians medics so you can loot them for a bandage.
Yeah.
Credo di
Subiamo bene! Ecco!
Right, it's such a small thing. Most people maybe won't even really consider it, but it's actually a really smart design decision.
Oh, I thought it was a YouTube video, Kovic, and now I see it's a Discord shared video, and I can't really share it in the chat. But holy shit, are you flying?
I can't wait to start seeing some of your speedruns after I finish the game.
Che succede? Cos'è stato? Peccato!
I really have to congratulate the guy who did all the sound effects for the weapons, since holy shit
Yeah,
do they sound
they are
good.
amazing.
The impact sounds, I wonder what material they used to simulate human impact. Probably sometimes pig carcasses, but other times it doesn't always sound meaty. From what the people who do video editing at my school say, sometimes cauliflower is used to simulate human impact, especially with wooden weapons.
Cauliflower, really?
Cauliflower. Like
I
a
don't-
whole
I would
bush of
imagine that would be
cauliflower.
too soft for that.
Meet you.
Well, if you play with the pitch, you can do really funny stuff.
Yeah, when I played this, I noticed a bug, and I wonder if they fixed it or not. But basically, if you have maximum bandages, the game will still let you loot bandages from a medic. And when you collect the bandage, it effectively disappears because it cannot go into your pocket, but it doesn't stay in the body.
Yeah, I don't know if I was maxed out before looting him.
Now, Chris says, visually I think this game looks better than I could have expected from the first trailer. It never looked bad, but I feel like it only starts to shine now when you look at this as a whole.
Forse una specie di camera sepolcrale.
Quanto sarà antica? Medievale?
Non chiederlo a me.
I agree with that, because I didn't think it looked particularly stunning in those trailers, and the character models especially were giving me serious uncanny valley. Now that is still present here sometimes, but in normal gameplay, I think it looks very good.
Surprise.
As the materials and the lighting is excellent.
Now, something, and it might be because I haven't seen a lot of a whip live, but to me the whip sometimes looks like made of jello. It wobbles too much. You understand what I mean? It's like not always a nice straight line. It's like, yeah, jello.
I see what you mean. The truth is that simulating an object like a whip, a rope with lots of
Stuff.
No, I was gonna say what you need to do for a video game is have lots of links, because you can't really bend something and have it look convincing.
True. Yeah.
So it's going to be a big compromise for a video game, the whip. Always will be. You can also notice when he curls it back up and puts it on his belt, that
yeah,
it's not really curled well. Portion of the whip likes to remain loose. I started noticing it during my speedruns because there are some parts where you use the whip and then you have to shimmy for a long time. And the shimmying is really slow in this game.
At least for some.
So it seems like a tradition in indie games that the shimming animation is very slow. So I have lots of times to look on the whip and notice all the small details.
I don't see shit.
To reply already to Chris Kovic, did you upload your speedruns?
I did, but I didn't make the videos public. So that's why you wouldn't know about them.
I think once the leaderboards are open, Kovic will make his speedruns very public.
Yeah, I'll submit all of those, and I also have room to improve my time, so more runs to come.
So you will circle back to this game. And with that, I take my coat.
I hope to turn it into Indiana Jones and the Great Time Save.
Maybe this game comes full circle and you spend an hour on it. I thought that was clever.
If there's one criticism I would have of the level design in this game, it's that overall there's not that many sections that are really vertical, where you get to traverse vertical space and do some really proper platforming. I think they were very careful with the platforming, maybe because of the first person perspective. Maybe because everybody criticized the shit out of Doom Eternal for having lots of platforming in first person, which I thought was unwarranted criticism. But anyway, yeah, I think this game could have used more platforming sections, so I'm very happy about the locations that are vertical in this game, and that's this little part that we were in. There's a big dungeon in a later section of the game, in a later area, that really scratched that platforming itch for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Indiana Jones, the carrying game.
Clemeth, you mentioned the game is dark for you?
Yeah.
I guess that's the other side of HDR, because for us on the Discord share it looks very bright, so we can see fine.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm looking on my non-HDR monitor, and it's still very bright. So I see the Discord share, and I see, well, the stream.
On the Discord share, we frankly don't need the torch.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
This might be an area where I also get to be a little critical of this game, and that's the transition from swimming into walking in shallow water is very jank. But this water is too shallow, so you don't get to see it.
Honestly, it's jank in every game.
Che cos'era? Bene, ho di nuovo le allucinazioni.
I don't know any game where the transition between walking and swimming isn't jank. It's like as an animator or a programmer, you need to have a certain value where the animation goes over, and then you have the graphical artists going full ham and saying, oh, little detail here, oh, little detail there, and then you're jack shit with a fixed value. Hi, Mary.
It's a me, Mario.
No, it's Luigi!
What's the catch in this one?
I don't know.
Classic.
Works.
You know what would be funny?
Great.
If the Italians whistled the Raiders theme.
Strano.
I think that would break my immersion too much.
Like you have 1 out of 100 chance they do.
Fallo a pezzi! Goditi questo!
And you know what I also find funny? When there is a certain distance between you and the enemy, they are guaranteed to throw their weapon. So they they disarm themselves to hit you for a measly hit points, and then come up to you running like a chicken without a head. I mean, whoever designed that function,
They're
needs to
terrible throws
relook
as
at this
well.
code. Yeah.
It's hilarious whenever I, accidentally alert the entire camp and 8 guys are running at me, and I run into a small hallway and they decide to all throw their weapons at me, which gives me infinite supply of stuff to smash over their heads.
Yes. Now I wonder, would the weapons also break in the enemies' their hands?
It's a good question. They definitely don't in practice. I do wonder if that's because
Swing it
their damage is so high that they don't have a chance to break their item. Because an enemy hit with an item gives a solid 1 and a something bars of of health damage.
Yeah, you almost need a cheat engine to test this out. For infinite health.
I do know that enemy weapons, as in firearms, they do actually track the ammo count. So when an enemy shoots a couple of bullets your way and yells, I need to reload, and then you disarm them and you collect the gun is empty and you cannot shoot.
That's good.
Non mi piace.
Very sneaky.
This is on hard.
Vuoi che mi fermi?
These guys are pushovers. The Germans can take more.
Because they're efficient. Except the German railway.
Well, it used to be very efficient. How far have they fallen?
Well, 2 wars.
That's not what, that's not what I meant.
Yes, I'm proud of that joke.
30 years ago, the German railway was good.
I
the
was here
German
before
railways. The German railways still uses Windows 3.1 for their notification systems. Anyhow, we have a Marvis in chat who says, "Long time, no see."
Oh, welcome, Marvas. Indeed.
Indie.
Indeed.
I was trying to look for a word pun with Jones, but it's
I
not
want to
coming.
mention a little trick that's done all over the speedrun. But you may have noticed that the animation where Indy climbs the rope mid-air is faster than the one when he braces his legs against the wall. So what we do all over the speedrun, whenever there's a wall that you climb with the whip like that, we turn the camera away from the wall to force Indy into the other animation, where he climbs faster.
Ah.
But you have to flick your camera before Indy braces his legs, because then you cannot break it. And I think that's one of the reasons why you want to speedrun with the mouse and not the controller.
Ti tengo! Ti tengo! Forza!
Thanks, pal.
Ma tu non sei!
Bait and switch.
Jones mentioned it.
What are you up to? Where'd you go?
Well then, so how long are we playing? Something like 4 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
By this time, Kovic has finished the game 4 times in a speedrun.
I was gonna go at it from the other direction. This portion in the story where you are, we would be in 13 minutes.
We are living in troubled times.
So
Those-
I found out what you can repair with it. When you have a weapon instead of the revolver and is almost done, you can repair
Oh
it.
god.
You can probably repair the revolver as well.
It can break? I don't know.
If you use it for melee, you
Yeah,
can break it.
Then we can try this, I guess.
Yeah, smash the door open. Very good plan.
Anyone see a nun?
Buongiorno, padre.
God's grace to you, sister.
Salve Regina, Madre di Misericordia. A te ricorriamo esuli figli di Eva.
Ehi,
High
padre.
priestess.
Non volere, o madre del verbo.
Enjoying the view?
Excuse me, Father...
Gallagher, is spying on people part of your daily nun routine, sister?
I was actually just third watching.
Hell of a bird. Give me that.
What do you think you're doing? Hey, those are my binoculars.
What the hell are you doing here?
An old friend of yours?
That's Emmerich Voss, German archaeologist, and leader of the Fears Occult Research Program.
And you know that how?
The Lord revealeth his secret unto his servants.
Is that so? Dr. Indiana Jones, Professor Archaeology Department,
Hey.
Marshall College, Bedford, Connecticut.
Yeah? You ain't no nun, sweetheart.
You know nothing about me.
Well, I might not be a priest, but I'm pretty certain stealing is a straight no-hitter with the Ten Commandments. Not entirely certain what the rules are for a reporter.
How do you...
You were taking notes in shorthand.
I'm an investigative journalist, and right now I'm looking into the disappearance of someone very dear to me. She was abducted more than 6 months ago. And I believe your friend Emmerich Voss is responsible.
That's Dr. Laura Lombardi.
Do you know her?
She's one of the world's leading experts in ancient languages.
Yes, and most importantly, she's my sister. My name is Ginetta Lombardi. What's your business here?
I'm looking for a cat.
A cat?
A mummy.
A mommy or a cat?
It's a cat mummy.
Why?
Because a giant from the Vatican stole it from me, and I need to figure out why.
You're profoundly strange, Dr. Jones. The answer you give me stirs up more questions.
So don't ask.
What about this? We hear anything that could be interest to the other. We trade information. Deal?
Yeah, all right. Miss Lombardi, deal.
Good. You can call me Gina. See you around, Strambo.
Should definitely bring this back to the library. Not exactly inconspicuous.
Kovic, what's your impression about the engine, this engine used for open world game? Because I mean, I want to hear your opinion first, and I will tell you something about my opinion then.
Sounds fascinating.
Kovic?
Kovic.
Still with us?
Kovic. Kovic.
Maybe his internet is down.
I am looking into it. Oh, his mic is off. I think somebody is interrupting him.
Ah, okay.
Sì! E vai!
Okay.
So for me, it's a bit too long ago since I played Doom Eternal and such to really say how neatly this game is implementing an open world game. But what I do say is engines, if they are creatively used, I find it fascinating what you can do with it. Like, something I like to do is to to Google or to look on GitHub for various games made in PowerShell. But PowerShell, for those who don't know, is a coding language mostly used to do automation or administration tasks, like, for example, bulk removing users from an Azure environment, or editing in bulk some registry keys to install software. And the most you can do with it is, in terms of visuals, is creating a window with some visual elements on it. And I have played through Mad Lads who created Snake in PowerShell.
Okay. My impression is that the game looks much better inside than outside, except the jungle levels,
could Father Ventura allow
which are
me to do
amazing.
such a thing?
Come faranno a marciare tutto il giorno con gli stivali? Chissà che dolore.
So, Clement, maybe it's interesting to talk about
Buongiorno, soldato.
why we had problems last time. Not last stream, but the stream before that, when we had to cancel and delay
Well,
things.
usually I'm streaming. I'm using this machine for streaming, and I'm playing on other machine. But this game is pretty demanding, so I had to play from the main machine.
Yeah.
And is eating a lot of memory. I couldn't find the best settings first time around. Also, the game wasn't really well optimized until the latest patch. And
Also there were what was it? Drivers missing.
what do you mean?
There was. What do you say on Discord? There was a driver missing for the Game Pass version which you are playing.
yeah, initially from the Nvidia driver, the profile was missing for the Game Pass version of the game. So basically, you didn't have an optimized driver. But still, I tried to stream with full ray tracing, which I can play on this machine without any problems. I mean 60 FPS on 1440p at maximum. But when I'm streaming, even if I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, it's not enough. So I need to stream without it, without the ray tracing enabled. Full ray tracing, I mean, because anyway it's using a bit of ray tracing by default in the game. But if I've used another machine for streaming, I could stream with full ray tracing. But,
It's
yeah.
interesting to know. And it's also very interesting to have that information out there. Maybe Google picks it up and this becomes like a thing for people like wanting to stream this game and suddenly finding themselves when OBS is opened having what was it? How did we call it? Indiana Jones and the Great Slideshow?
Well, there is another problem also, because I really wanted to stream on HDR, and this is another thing that is consuming a lot of memory. So anyway, I found a solution that we are streaming without ray tracing. Anyway, the first streams that were on YouTube and Twitch were without ray tracing, because this was added with a patch. So the first version didn't
full
include-
path tracing.
Yeah, full.
There, Kovic has returned.
Yeah, I wanted to know your opinion about the implementation of this open world in this engine. How do you feel they did this?
Padre Antonio ci è stato di grande aiuto. Già.
Well, I wonder if that's part of the reason why they decided to brand the engine as a fork of its tech. It's called Motor. You can see it on the when you start the game in the splash screens. I wonder if that's what they put some effort into to make sure they can achieve this open world. Although, to be fair, in Doom Eternal the levels are also quite large.
True, very true.
But they are not streamed in seamlessly like in this game. You do have loading screens in Doom Eternal. However, fast for such a good-looking game. It's really amazing that over the course of the speedrun, the loading takes about 50 seconds.
That's indeed a very, very, very fast game.
I remember the Rage games. I mean, the first Rage game, which used. I think it has something in common regarding the way they stream the textures in. Probably it was built onto that engine for the beginning, for the Doom, I mean. I don't know the history of that engine, if it was
Damn right I did.
from built from zero or on top of the engine that was used on Rage games.
Well, it's all of it is called id Tech, and I think they are evolutionary in terms of id Tech. I'm not sure if they ever store down everything and build it from scratch, because you can see the evolution from Rage into what was Wolfenstein New Order and then Doom 2016. That was all sort of the same generation id Tech with the mega texture technology, things like that. And then you can see from Doom 2016 to Eternal, they moved away from that and they improved the engine a lot. but you can still sort of see and feel the heritage. And this game is derived from the Eternal version of the engine, and the new Doom game that will come, the Dark Ages, will probably be an evolution of Eternal into a different direction.
Because
and they will probably call it
yeah.
Deck 8.
Now, Chris mentioned in chat why you took the PC version, Clement. Technical advantages?
No, because it was free. It's free with Game Pass. The physical version for Xbox, maybe I will get it sometime in the future. Especially because you have cross save between Game Pass version and the Xbox version. But it's pretty rare. I mean, at least in Romania, it wasn't imported, the physical version of Xbox. So,
you should get it to boost the sales, because I think Game Pass is it's very convenient for users, but it's quite bad for the developers, because then you don't have specific numbers to help you gauge how well the game did, and it just makes it lowers sales, and it makes the games look bad or worse than they really could have been.
Show me what you found.
for example, Stalker 2 is also on Game Pass, but I bought the limited edition, which is great for the game on Xbox, because I want to have physical the games anyway.
Very curious what you discovered down there.
But yeah, from the technical point of view, it's amazing. I mean, the game with full ray tracing, it's looking really good. It's impressive. And on Xbox, you don't have this. I mean, you don't have even this quality that we have on the stream.
Yeah, the console version is good for what it is, running on a console, because they managed to keep pretty much fixed 60 FPS,
This is astounding.
which is
Grazie,
incredible.
Andy. So where are you going next?
Fountain of Confession.
Be careful, my friend. You might be going down a rabbit hole. No telling where it might lead.
A tea party.
But on PC you can crank the quality much higher,
What?
and you also get the path tracing.
I'm amazed it's
What?
so well preserved.
What? What?
Yeah, that's the thing. Happened to me as well. That gramophone record is weird.
I wonder who this Alder was.
I wanted to talk a bit more about the ray tracing here. So, even without the path tracing options, if you disable those, the game is still using hardware ray tracing. It's using it for calculating global illumination, basically the bouncing of light into areas in a sort of approximation. But I found out that you can actually disable even this with a console command. You can disable all ray tracing, and that could probably be used to make the game scale to even older graphic cards. Of course, it's going to have huge visual impact, because the game was not built with any sort of baked shadows in mind, or baked lights particularly in mind. But it's interesting that you have the option, albeit hidden.
Yeah, it will be interesting to test if with that option you can run it on 1080, let's say.
Yeah, 1080 is a good target. You do still need the VRAM that the game requires, so you cannot go much lower than that. Maybe some AMD cards will be enabled by turning off ray tracing completely. But of course you need to do it with using the config file, so that the option is disabled before you even run the game, because otherwise it will not launch.
I don't think the game is playable on AMD cards with full ray tracing, because it doesn't support FSR at the moment, at least. And for ray tracing, it's impossible without DLSS.
What is the nun doing in the fascist camp? She just wandered in here.
What's this? Boys and girls back home be all over this.
Okay, so I found the black shirt equipment, let's say. So that's why I can move freely through here.
Took me a long
Beautifully
time
pictured.
to find it in my first playthrough. So I was wondering, why the hell do I still not have this key? This black shirt key.
Madre di Dio, taci! Ehi, che mi racconti?
Okay. Sorry for you.
Come stai, camerata?
You don't even need the cache anyway. It's not too useful.
You need it if you want to buy everything. In Vatican, I mean. Because you cannot use the cache we discussed in the previous stream between zones. You cannot use the cache from Vatican on the next area, and you cannot use the cache from that area here.
Yeah, but the only thing you can buy are the guidebooks. That's not very useful.
Cavolo! Non mi sono fatto la doccia. Allenato a terra!
I think you got away with it.
Okay. See.
One more tent you didn't visit.
I think 2. Oh, no.
Oh yeah, get
I
the
was
medicine
here.
bottle.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Ti darò una lezione.
You called for it.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Allora, hai paura?
Kovic, you traitor!
Fermatelo!
I'm blaming the game on that one.
E che cosa credi di fare?
Oh, yeah.
Ora sei fin troppo presto! Non hai speranze! Prendi! Dagli una lezione! Fatti sotto! Ci aiuti! Santo Dio!
I could do that all day.
Okay. Once I used this to kill an enemy, so I grab myself with the whip and kill the enemy when I fall down.
Might be something I could pick up from this.
Ah.
Fountain of Confession. Didn't look like this back in the days of Augur the Giant. There it is. Somewhere. The entrance to the sacred monastery of the Nephilim Order.
So, has anybody of this group been through the Vatican in real life? Since I wonder how true to life the developers made this. Or if they took very creative liberties.
No, I wasn't.
The entrance to the monastery has to be here. How do I
never really been in Italy in the first place.
Well, I was in Italy, and I was in Venezia, for example, and I recognized a lot of places from Assassin's Creed 2 there. I even made some pictures in that places.
Something about those dragons up in the towers. The dark beast looked upon the light, and the sacred doors opened. The dragon of light turned to the dark, and the sanctuary was unveiled.
is it only me, or do you guys also sometimes think, how do these machines work physically? Like, how does you turning a paw of a dragon statue suddenly raises a lever at the other side of the statue? How does that mechanically even bloody work?
Looks like it would fit
Part
on a
of the
white
probe to
dragon.
suspend my disbelief about that. Because realistically,
Hey,
none of these
Stramble!
ancient contraptions would work.
What have you found?
Gina,
Is this a hidden door, Dr. Jones?
where's my hat?
Are you pursuing some forbidden secret, perhaps?
That's my hat.
Look, Gina, this has been swell. And I hope you find your sister, but I work best on my own. Where's my hat?
It's here. Now, how do we open this?
Any clues?
Well, I found this claw.
A claw. Now what do we do with that? This fountain must be hundreds of years old. Be careful.
I know what I'm doing. Huh? Perfect. Sounds like I did something.
Magic. Obviously, to fuck with the speedrunners, we don't go the short way, no, we go the long way around.
The black statue isn't turned enough.
Incroyable! But that's French.
The fountain! It's rotating!
Really?
Look, there's a handle. I say we try pushing it. I've never seen it.
It must be the entrance, but it's locked up tight.
Okay, I seen something, and I'm gonna say it, and I can't unsee it now, but when you were pushing the handle, Indy's chin was so much in his jacket, it was missing. And I thought, did they forget to render it
Be
in?
cleansed of sin.
And I was imagining Indy without a chin. And I will have nightmares tonight.
Why is that man holding a bucket?
Oh, I had to leave earlier,
Receptacle
so I have to
carry holy
ask,
water for baptism.
did you find the Brawler 2 book?
Yes.
Yes,
Excellent.
I already used it.
The Holy City seems to be a place full of mystery.
Sister, you don't know the half of it.
Ah, fuck.
Not quite right.
Neko,
Yes.
where's the chin?
The what?
You said earlier that you
what?
lost it.
The what?
The
what?
chin.
Did I peak some audio levels?
Is that a boat? What does it mean?
Could be the Ark of Bulrushes. It carried Moses down the Nile.
That doesn't look like baby Moses. How did you find this place?
There was a old scroll inside the chest. Let's just save it for another time, huh?
Such a great portrayal of trying to explain all those twists and turns of these kinds of stories.
Hmm. Oops. The game crashed. The stream crashed also?
No, only the game, I think.
Oh, okay. Damn it. I think we lost all the progress.
I needed to pee. I'm sorry. Did the game crash?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I think it's the first time it happened to me.
The funny part is, the game crashed at the moment I walked away from my desk to go pee.
Please don't pee.
There's a
Okay.
connection.
Understood.
Ah, okay, so
So the next patch will be fix the Jones pissing bug.
yeah, Neko, maybe please check the stream if it's everything okay after we started the game.
Yeah. I am.
Okay.
I'm looking. Don't worry.
Probably it took
An
me too
age-old
much
symbol of sanctuary.
at this puzzle, so
That a
that's
boat?
why it crashed.
What does it mean?
It could be the Ark of Bulrushes. It carried Moses down the Nile.
That doesn't look like baby Moses. How did you find this place?
There was a
You say baby Moses.
old scroll inside the chest. Let's just save it for another time, huh?
And now it's time to move the ship.
Yes, indeed. And we have another confirmation of Crypt that no progress was lost, and the stream is still streaming. Dididididim.
Burumbu.
Actually, I wonder, Kovic,
Did
have
it,
you ever
Rambo?
played the Zelda games?
Sure did.
Well, I did play some of them for some amount of time.
Okay. Are they your cup of tea or totally not?
Well, the 2D ones didn't really
Mm-hmm.
didn't really make me like it. Ocarina of Time, I need to play more. Problem is, I played some of it years back on emulator before I bought a real N64,
I'm going inside. I don't need a
and I don't have that save for obvious reasons.
well for an answer.
So I can't really get into like playing all the parts that I played again. But I want to play. I would like to get later into the game.
It's a long way down, isn't it?
And have you played
Just
the more modern
careful.
Zelda games like
I'm always careful.
Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword, Tears of the Kingdom, to name a few?
If it
But
wasn't
Twilight
for my
Princess
dad,
is
your
on my
messages
bucket list.
are connected somehow.
It's a good
Of
game.
course they are. And the connection
But
is
do
false.
yourself a favor and play the remakes and not the original, since there is like a tier catching minigame that drags on a bit too long in the original. And they shortened it in the remake, and it really helps the pacing of the game. I think it's warm down here.
Location is very red. The volcano could still be active, can it?
Yeah, we'll start going back to earlier jokes.
Something about flames. What does it say, Professor?
Okay. Holy shit.
Heed the trials of Augur. A bold chase glory and perish in flames. The worthy walks wisely and enters.
Perishing flames.
That's what it
Well,
says.
she's not bothered about that, is she?
Sounds fun. Come on, let's go.
How can you walk on this? Ah!
Dr. Jones, are you okay?
Just great. Found the first trial.
It's closing again. What are you doing?
What do
Here you
think?
heard.
Trying to get out of here.
Here you hear that it's not Harrison Ford speaking. The
Yep.
thing you said last time with the end of sentences.
Oh, there you are. Get up here.
He
Yes,
he
ma'am.
sings more at the end of his sentence than having a grovelly like, yes, ma'am. And again,
Seems like
the
some kind of test.
Most cultures have tests of courage or agility, or wisdom, often meant to prove that a person is ready to be an adult.
this is said way better.
For the most part, but I would say that when he said adult at the end, you could again tell it's not quite Harrison.
And like I wanted to say earlier is we sound like bashing the voice acting, but
Oh,
it's
thank
just
God.
us nitpicking
so bad.
and
Was it?
sharing our opinions on the game.
Very much, definitely. Very nitpicky.
What is this
Like-
place?
I'm a game critic by hobby.
Like it was made for giants.
Giants do not exist in real life, Dr. Jones.
Keep hearing that.
Chris says, if you want to go for the original Ocarina of Time, there is a nice PC port. You're already probably aware of that.
Right, Ship of Harkanian.
A gate this big must be
I
something
don't like it
important.
that much, although the frame interpolation they have is nice. So you can run it at high FPS, but I think
More dragons.
generally their option menu system is very, very confusing.
Look at this gate.
I think the recompilated port of Majora's Mask is a better
Need some kind
template
of
for
key
how
to
to
open
do it. So I wish they would do
Or keys.
recompilation of Ocarina as well.
I haven't meddled with any of the PC ports or recompilation, so I'm curious what's going to give. Oh man, that was a direct translation of a Dutch saying. I don't know if you understood
Face
what I
the
wanted to
challenges
try,
of silver and
try to
gold.
say.
Forge
But
the sacred
in
keys.
Dutch, we say
Let's do that gate, don't you think?
when
Better
we
be.
wait to see how things will go, we say we will wait what it's going to give. It's a Dutch expression, so I hope I explained myself good enough.
In case you haven't seen it, I will send a link for the Majora's Mask port that I really liked.
The shield on
The
other
recompilation
statue.
project. Unfortunately, the tool, let's say, that was used to create this was launched with big fanfares, but no other game has actually come out yet that uses it. I'm pretty sure that the author, the wise guy, was hoping that the community would step up and deliver lots of games, but that hasn't happened yet.
Also, Chris, we agree that Troy Baker does a very good impression of Harrison Ford. Like we said, we are nitpicky, and we love it.
Yeah, I want to reiterate that the point of view for these criticisms are, these are the moments where Troy Baker's voice doesn't actually 100% fool me and I can recognize it's someone else. Which is such a high bar, right? We're talking about small instances in his delivery where he doesn't completely fool me. All the other time, he completely fools me.
Yeah, and
Probably not par for the course in journalism to explore hidden catacombs.
when you are reviewing games or critiquing games, or you are in a stream where you talk about your honest opinions about a game, it's important to sometimes go nitpicking, I find, since some people, sadly enough, find it a deal breaker that the impression of indie isn't 100% perfect. While I find those kind of things very childish and immature, sadly enough, those people exist, and the less they play of the game, the better, and the more we get to enjoy our game without those kind of people in the community. But we still need to acknowledge them.
Neko, I want to ask you something. Can you check on stream because yesterday the game was really loud, and when you were speaking, when also the characters were speaking, you couldn't understand anything. So I want to check this because you spoke over the characters, and if you want to do like this, maybe we need to lower the game sound. If you can check a bit the stream.
Yeah, I'm doing. I will.
Okay.
Why did she jump
Let
there?
the light guide your path.
And maybe you're right about the game volume, because when you were pulling the chain, I noticed it was quite loud compared to our voices.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Neko confirmation, and I said at the beginning of the stream that maybe we need to lower the game. I mean, I think it's okay when it's like this. I mean, there are no dialogues, but when it's dialogue, you cannot understand the characters, and not even you speaking.
The characters have subtitles.
Yeah.
It's a bit hot in here.
What's wrong? Bothered by a little heat?
Of course not. I'm a journalist.
Good. Because it's gonna get a hell of a lot hotter than this.
The problem is now I need to actually speak over the characters to have a test.
You spoke a lot earlier, so I wanted to ask you to go back in the stream a bit. Or maybe Chris can tell us how it is.
Are you sure about this? It looks kind of dangerous.
Okay, I tested a few random moments, and to me, personally, it sounds fine.
Okay.
But I know you have other higher expectations.
Gina, help me with these chains, will you?
Chris says I didn't have an issue with with all the audio levels, or
Okay.
he didn't find a problem.
Okay. Then
So it
it's
might
perfect.
be maybe something with your very high standard, which is not a complaint.
No. I have different volumes on stream and for me. Usually I keep the game lower than it's on the stream, so I cannot hear how it is really on the stream. That's why I'm asking, because
Yeah,
yesterday I found out that we had a bit of problems because of this. So it's okay. Then.
exactly. Okay, that was some junky animation.
Nice work.
Like you explained earlier about the whip, Kovic, that was some junky animation.
Huh?
You actually did it.
Oh, you had doubts?
Of course not.
Yes.
Angels bearing flaming swords, guarding the gates to paradise.
Is this the thing blacksmiths work in? Una fucina.
It's a forge.
Yes, that's what I mean. A forge.
Goodbye, bitrate. With a lot of bread and such, bitrate dies.
What do you mean?
I mostly see that when I'm watching live Minecraft speedruns, and
What's so special about your missing cat?
All
at
my
that
finds
moment,
are special. But only one has been stolen by an agent of the Holy See who traveled halfway around the world, broke into my museum, and fought me for it. There's something fishy going on. I need to know what.
So when the Nether is entered, which is a very red place in Minecraft, the bitrate goes all to shit. And apparently, from what I'm reading and hearing from other streamers, is if you have a lot of red in your stream, the bitrate can suffer.
Okay, but I think we have a difference from what you are seeing and what on the stream in terms of readiness.
Most likely.
That's one.
The keys of St. Peter, a symbol of the Holy See.
Of course, the keys to heaven. I've seen them on the Vatican flag.
Now, is it me, or do you sometimes not hear the Holy See like S-E-E, but S-A-E? And I'm like, but the sea isn't near the Vatican. Is it only me? Yeah, it's only me.
Only Southeast Asia.
Common priests have no clue. Whatever this secret order is, it's strictly for the Vatican's inner circle.
What does it say?
When thou passeth through the fires of sin, forsake not the secret, and the flame shall not kindle upon thee.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, I have no doubt that we will be able to finish the Vatican storyline today.
Mm-hmm. Depends on how long we can stream.
Well, if it's like yesterday, I think.
Mind if I borrow this? Passing through fire is a reference to Isaiah.
Do you think it's literal?
That's not good.
Did you get burned?
Yeah! Pretty sure it's literal.
Hey, I'm trapped here.
Hang on. I'll figure this out.
Oh, madre, you'll pass it to me. I'll take it to the other side. There has to be a way to open the gate.
I know! Come here.
Meet me on the other side. Get it
Ah,
now.
oh.
Don't burn yourself.
Holy Mother of Jesus, is the difference in color substantial?
It's so hot. I can barely breathe.
Yeah, I can fix this because it's from Nvidia RTX on our stream, on Discord.
Yeah, don't bother trying to fix it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, and this is my other monitor, Coach. By the way, hello.
Yeah, on the stream it looks fine. It's just Discord share thing, and I find it funny.
Usually that setting shouldn't be enabled when you are on HDR. I don't know what happened with Nvidia. Okay.
Blue screen says, "Holy moly, Metrololi C."
Hello, Blue.
Oh, that's a cool detail.
Hello, Blue. The situation is red.
So we have a red screen, not a blue screen.
for the help.
Come on!
Let him out the fire!
You made it! Let's go!
Let's go.
Thank God we're out of there.
Ah, yes. A good place to cook a pizza.
Angel is carrying the blazing fire of forgiveness.
Another forge, Dr. Jones. Right away you were not a priest. They're usually very clean and tidy.
Watch it. I shower. Just perhaps less frequently out on the field.
The smug face was excellent.
Okay, let's open it.
Did she just pop in existence? Review this on stream.
What is this place?
Home to a secret organization that's been working in the Vatican for over a century.
This place looks very old.
My guess, 6th century.
Jones, lights. Someone's been here.
Yeah, Gina popped in existence earlier. That's the first time I saw the game doing that.
Game occasionally teleports her into place.
It's better than letting her lose in the dungeon.
No law can stop me.
Is it me, or does somebody get Elizabeth vibes from Bioshock Infinite here?
I need to play that game properly sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a good game, Novich. It's a good game. Didn't Troy Baker also voice in that game?
No idea.
Yeah, he did.
Looks like an account of the Crusades.
Still warm.
They might come back.
He did. He also did the main character, Booker DeWitt.
A version of the Bible I've never seen before.
And actually, now that my mind is comparing his voice work as Booker DeWitt and Indy here, I hear similarities, and it's creeping me the fuck out. Oh yeah, like Blue says, Jill Valentine.
Oh, I didn't realize quite how many games Troy Baker does.
Yeah, I have his Wikipedia page here, and it's holy shit.
It's like in every game.
This is all
Blood
he's
Rain
doing.
2, Blood Rain 2, Metroid Prime 3, Persona 4. Holy shit.
Concerning the origin of the Nephilim order.
Nephilim? What's that?
Hebrew for giant. Children of fallen angels in Judeo-Christian mythology. This looks like some sort of historical record or maybe an origin myth. A tribe of giants swore loyalty to St. Peter during the founding of the Christian church to atone for their ancestral sin.
Oh, sounds very historical.
Myth or history? Just different ways of interpreting the past.
He also did the motion capturing for Indiana Jones in this game.
Yeah, I posted a video on Discord with him talking about the Indiana Jones role.
Blue says, I don't know what Troy voices, but I do know he is a good baker. Da-da-da-da-da.
Brother Locus traveled to the New World and located the word in a school. Locus, huh? Brother Locus received minimal injuries during retrieval. I don't know about minimal. It appears in the form of a cat and has been placed in the treasury of esoteric artifacts. We have to find this treasury, Gina. Maybe there's some clues in here.
Something strange about this painting.
Oh yeah?
He,
You an art critic too?
Blue also says, he's like the Nolan North who voices in just about any game. It gets worse when they are the bottom of the
Book of
same
Prayers.
game. Now, he does a lot more than video games. If you just scroll on his Wikipedia page, it's insanity.
What language is this? This language.
Do you know it?
It's familiar. Parts of it look like cuneiform.
I
Tablets!
thought you were an expert, Dr. Jones.
He's got
am.
an interesting pronunciation of
I'm
that
one
word.
person in the world that knows more about dead languages than me.
Who's that?
Your sister, Dr. Laura Lombardi.
Wait, there is something behind the painting. A secret door.
Oh, go ahead. Open it.
It's stuck. Can you hack me out, Dr. Jones? Dr. Jones? Someone's coming.
Get in, quick!
I can hear someone back there.
Let's keep going. There's gotta be an exit up ahead.
Would you be caught if you
Children of fallen
wait
angels?
by opening?
In the Book of Enoch, the Nephilim corrupted God's creation, triggering the Great Flood, which cleansed the earth.
I hope I never meet one of those. Are we trapped? Is this a dead end?
That doesn't make sense.
There is a symbol here. And what does a world-class archaeologist make of it?
For real.
It's the same symbol Antonio and I found in the library.
Antonio?
I do have friends.
Huh. did you... Ammazza.
Give you the Vatican's treasury of esoteric artifacts. Something there?
No. Just shadows.
Is this your cut, Mummy?
They built quite the collection here.
Come look at this, Dr. Jones.
I've never seen anything like this. Looks like the lost Nurgle clay idol of Edu. They say touching it summons a Sumerian death curse. If you believe that sort of thing.
Of course not.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, anyone? Like the final scenes?
Not
like
easy to spot with an untrained eye.
It takes a trained eye to spot a cat.
Not just any cat. Look, Gina, maybe you should leave this to the professional, all right?
Not until I found my sister, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, look. I think I found it.
That's it. There you are, my friend.
Iglokos vitutus est.
That's a real-life giant, Dr. Jones.
Yep. You're Locust, right?
Santos reliquies reponi.
Sure. Bad first impressions and all that, but that's water under the bridge. Doesn't mean that we can't still talk this out like civilized. I guess not. No.
Etinies is morte peratoris.
So, fuck the first boss? See? Fuck the first boss.
This is the Raiders way.
Yeah.
Stop it, Vic!
And in the Temple of Doom, we do the whip.
Get off the floor!
Pogete pateratis, no patemi.
Stammi lontano.
She likes to pretend that she's helping.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna let you reload.
Omnes peccata, sua expiatumis.
That hurt. I want die here.
Caventia vestra, hunc locum corrumpi.
Can you stand? Stop it.
Yes.
Let's move.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I can feel a pulse.
Is he dead?
We don't want to be here when he wakes up.
How
Yeah.
many bullets was that?
I don't know.
Give me a hand, will you?
8, 9. it was harder non moderate.
Yeah.
Se il Papa lo viene a sapere, sarà la fine per me.
Amico mio, il Papa è debole, moribondo. Preferireste irritare lui o irritare me?
Però la mia fiducia in voi, finito?
Bravo. Vertrauen. Ein wunderbares Konzept. Nicht wahr, Herr Voss?
Vertrauen, Exzellenz, ist unabdingbar für den Sieg. Das verstehen Sie sicherlich, Pater Ventura.
Ho accettato di mostrarvi la sala del tesoro segreta, ma non si può prendere niente.
Mio vecchio caro amico, non vorrete certo deludermi, vero? Herr Voss prenderà quello che gli serve.
Ma Benito, il Papa mi ucciderà.
Ich glaube, es gibt schlimmere Dinge als den Tod, Pater Ventura.
Was meinen Sie damit?
Kommen Sie kurz. Stellen Sie sich die Schmach vor, mit der ein Mann leben muss, wenn sein Privates an die Öffentlichkeit gelangt. Die allerschlimmsten Sünden, die Gott mit dem Tod bestraft, vor aller Augen offengelegt.
Was hat man Ihnen erzählt?
Ich vertraue nicht auf bloßen Klatsch und Tratsch, Pater. Ich vertraue ihr darauf, wie die Muskeln um ihren Mund zucken, wie sich ihr orbicularis oris zusammenzieht. Ihre himmelschreienden Sünden stehen ihr buchstäblich ins Gesicht geschrieben. Widerwärtige Verbrechen gegen den Heiligen Geist. Geben Sie mir, was ich will, oder Sie werden zum Ausgestoßenen. Ein Schandfleck auf dem Antlitz der Kirche. Haben Sie das verstanden, Pater?
Sa essere molto persuasivo, non è vero?
Na gut. Folgen Sie mir.
Sind das die Schätze, die Berlin haben will, Herr Voss? Was ist das?
Die Relikte des großen Kreises, Exzellenz.
The Great Circle. Die Kirche soll Jahrhunderte gebraucht haben, diese dreisten Relikte des großen Kreises zu finden. Und es sind nicht mal alle.
Oh, keine Sorge, Pater. Es sind nur noch 4 Stück, die gefunden werden müssen. Was dank der systematischen Effizienz deutscher Archäologen nur eine Frage von Wochen sein wird.
Ich muss Sie warnen, Herr Voss. Diese Relikte sind gefährlich. Sie sollen Kräfte bergen, die nicht von dieser Welt sind.
Und genau deswegen will der Führer sie haben.
Ich erwarte, dass auch Italien von diesem Vorhaben profitiert, Herr Voss.
Vertrauen Sie mir, Exzellenz. Sobald wir alle Relikte haben, werden unsere beider Nationen unaufhaltsam sein.
Molto bene! Felice che abbiamo risolto questa faccenda in modo amichevole.
Bereitet den Abflug vor. Danke für Ihre Mitarbeit. Arrivederci.
Bravo!
No.
Hey, where are you going?
Following the Nazis. Back to Giza.
Back?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I found it also very interesting, Blue, that they speak different languages and all understand each other. That's because Google Translate was already invented.
Anyway, it was an impressive cutscene.
Yes. Right out of a movie, almost.
You still have that
Yeah.
pendant to go for the Jones.
Let me see here.
I really like how they speak the actual languages instead of just talking English with an accent.
Yeah, since
The Vatican
German
secret
with an
agency
English
tried to stop
accent,
them,
English with a German accent is
You still have it.
too stereotypical.
I cannot open the door. Try that pendant of yours. I cannot open the door. Try that pendant of yours.
Shut up.
I think she cannot open the door.
I think you need to try the
I always
pendant.
thought it was a damn shame what happened to Andres.
I cannot open the door. Try that pendant of yours.
Come on.
Is there a mute Gina button?
The pendant, Dr. Jones. Do you still have it?
How long have you been here?
Too long.
I cannot open the door. Try that pendant of yours.
Quite the collection.
Alright, alright.
I cannot open it.
I'm doing this alone.
You're in way over your head, Gina.
You found your cat.
In pieces.
Now I want to find Laura.
You have any idea of the archaeological significance of the Great Circle? I'm not letting this one go.
I don't care about your gray circle. I just care about my sister.
I've had a run-in with the Nazis before, and trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
Chris says, I'm also glad it's proper German. Quite often they don't care about grammar and such, which is very true.
No, wait.
Das sind alle. Schickt uns rauf! Was war das? Gott will nicht, dass wir die Stadt verlassen, Franz.
Hör auf! War nur Spaß.
Ist wahrscheinlich nur die miese italienische Technik.
War Leonardo da Vinci nicht Italiener?
Wer?
Nichts, nur der größte Erfinder aller Zeiten.
Nie von ihm gehört.
Wie kann man mit so wenig Hirn überhaupt leben?
Das klang merkwürdig.
How long ago has the game saved?
Why?
I need to go to pee. I'm waiting here until I see the indie head. Still waiting.
Be very, very quiet.
Gotcha.
Shit! He could have shoot you.
Finally, some real weapons. Too bad they're mostly useless, because they blow your cover instantly.
Blue, who put that yellow, white paint everywhere? Were you here yesterday? Something yellow paint.
Nice to meet you.
Ah.
Are you gonna sweep them off their feet? Okay, don't blame me. I really need to go. So, game, don't crash on me.
Fine, it just saved.
Hallo, schneller, ihr verzögert unseren Abflug.
Father Gallagher.
Oh, hi there.
Why are you not in your cassock? And not in the library with Father Antonio?
Just want to check out the view. You know, us Americans always nosing about.
With a gun and a whip. Hey.
You'd be surprised how often it comes in handy.
Traitors, conspirators, liars! And now I also have to deal with spies? Fate ciò che volete con lui. Mi occuperò di Antonio. Monsieur, voi. Demone? Demone! Uccidete il demone!
Bereit machen zum Abflug.
Buona fortuna, amico mio.
Okay, I have returned. And I'm glad to see the game hasn't crashed.
You again?
Yes, me again! Help me up!
Wait! Don't move!
Me, for example, in that line sounds completely like Harrison.
I said don't move!
I'm okay! Thanks for asking!
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air.
Why are you following me, Strambo?
Oh, don't flatter yourself. The Great Circle's the biggest mystery in all of archaeology. Do you even know what it is?
Some kind of a fancy ring you're gonna put in your museum, perhaps?
No.
What?
Do you have any lipstick? Give it to me. Great. That's the Earth. Now, throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. Siwa, Giza, Persepolis, Mohenjo-Daro, Sukhothai, Nazca, Machu Picchu. Now, here's the strange part. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
Sounds like a coincidence to me.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just a fluke. Or maybe Voss found something that connects these stone relics to the Great Circle.
Nazis don't care about history, Dr. Jones. They only care about power.
Legend says that the Great Circle does have some power, something about its geometry, a deeper force that connects these sites.
Yeah, but that's superstition. And I don't believe in superstition.
Neither do I. But if Voss thinks those stone relics can help the Reich, then we have to find them before he does.
No, you have to find them. I have to find my sister.
Sorry.
I do have a pen, do you know that? I'm a journalist.
It's an antique, by the way.
What?
A hairpin. Early 19th century.
That was a gift from my sister.
Yeah. It is quite lovely. Seems to be something.
Wow.
How about that?
Laura didn't tell me about that. I could have used it back in prison.
You were in prison.
There's so many things you don't know about me.
Blood is a long way to Giza. Right. Gotta get some shut-eye.
But he still lost his nose.
We're about to land. This place will be crawling with Nazis any second.
Okay, let's go.
Gut gelaufen. Sicher nicht mehr lange. Wer weiß, was Ganz mit seiner Ausgrabungsstätte angestellt hat, während wir weg waren. Werden wir ja bald sehen.
There's a service hatch in the back. Let's get out this way.
So, what's your plan once we arrive in Giza?
I have a contact who is expecting me. An old friend of my sister.
So, Indy just explained to us what the Great Circle is, but technically, since there are 17 sites, it's the Great Heptadecagon.
But that didn't roll off the tongue exactly, so they made it a fucking
Might be
circle.
something I could pick up from this.
Fair point.
You know, when you were looking at that note,
himself.
it wasn't
must be writing
German,
on
in
this
actual German, and that was a nice detail.
Level up time. Oh, wow, that's cheap. 25 points.
A ref-free packet. A ref-free packet. Not
first
a ref-free
aid.
packet. Yeah. Some medicinal herbs.
Here's the hatch.
Speaking of down the hatch, no, I'm thirsty.
I come with a
Welcome to Giza!
Look at my hair.
Where did the hat go?
Herr Littler! Sind Sie fetter geworden?
Endlich bans this game in
Italienische Pasta
Germany.
vielleicht?
Ihre geistlosen Bemerkungen ziehen vielleicht bei den Schwachköpfen der Wehrmacht, Oberst Ganz. Mich interessiert vielmehr, was Sie in meiner Abwesenheit mit meiner Ausgrabungsstelle angerichtet haben.
Ich bin auf persönlichen Wunsch des Führers hier. Sie sind mir unterstellt. Finden Sie gefälligst die restlichen Relikte, damit ich sie dem Führer bringen kann, oder ich lasse Sie erschießen. Fällt Ihnen das besser? Möchten Sie das, hä?
Jetzt amüsieren Sie mich aber, Oberst. So wie ein Dorftrottel die Leute mit seinen drolligen Marotten amüsiert. Und jetzt genug der Albernheiten. Bringen Sie den Riesen zum Reden, haben Sie es verstanden?
Den Riesen werde ich heute Nachmittag eingehend verhören. Machen Sie sich mal keine Sorgen.
Geben Sie mir Bescheid, wenn Sie unweigerlich versagt haben. Dann bin ich vielleicht so nett und zeige Ihnen, wie es richtig geht.
Vielleicht sollten Sie sich lieber etwas ausruhen, bevor mich das Verlangen übermannt, Ihr ganzes Unternehmen niederzubrennen und auf die Asche zu pressen.
Ja. Die Reise war lang und Priester sind ermüdend. Fast so ermüdend wie Sie. Fahren Sie woanders mit, hier ist kein Platz mehr. Wissen Sie, Bergmann, willensschwache Männer sind am einfachsten zu manipulieren.
Or like Blue says, no Soviet vodka for you! And yes, the voice actor for Boss is doing an excellent job.
Okay, so how are we gonna find your contact?
I was told to look for a blue tent in a workers' area. Maybe we can get a better view from where that flag is. Come on, we should get going. I think we can see better from up there. What a view.
It is something, ain't it?
That's it. We should hurry.
All right, let's go to the blue tent. Naharuk Said.
So how many chapters are there in this game, Toby?
Do you really want to know?
Vaguely. I will ask my question differently. Are we 1/4 into the game? 1/2 into the game?
Depends how you want to count it, because if you want to check how many secondary missions we still have to do in Vatican.
I will ask my question differently. Main storyline.
Okay.
Main storyline? Yeah, let's say a third.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
The question is slightly complicated by the fact that not all chapters are equally long, but a third is a rough guess.
The medical tent is for workers at the dig site only, sir. There are better facilities in the city for tourists.
Good to see someone's taking care of the workers. I'm not a tourist.
Then what are you doing here, if I may be so bold?
I'm from the American Embassy in Cairo. Here to investigate the dig. Tell me, how are the Germans treating you?
Well, to tell you the truth, they are being quite difficult. They only give me the bare minimum in terms of medical equipment. I don't even have any medicine. And I know for a fact the Germans have a supply, but they won't share.
And what if someone were to stumble upon some unattended German medicine?
Ah. Then I would advise that someone deliver it here. I would make sure it's put to good use, saving lives.
His pen is empty. So you need to pay with medicine bottles?
Yeah.
There's an NPC with the same quest in Vatican as well. They're connected with these.
As it happens, I got something for you.
Medical bottle. Side quest. And also in a later area. There's an NPC like that. So the currency transfers over. But I guess we didn't find the NPC in Vatican. Neither did I in my first playthrough.
ده كان بتاع الصحراء شكله جايلي
هبقى اقول لك لما يخلص هيخلص وقت ما يخلص
Oh, damn. Oh, fuck.
Erst hier! Los! Schlag fest!
اتفضل ادخل. Gina, darling.
Do you know what?
You made it. Now, who might this be?
This is Dr. Indiana Jones.
I'm an archaeologist.
Famous archaeologist.
Rings a bell. Marcus Brody's associate.
You know Marcus.
We frequent the same circles. I am Dame Nawal Shafiq Barkley, patron of history and its forgotten artifacts. And as of late, indulging in a spot of spying for Miss Lombardi here. Well, you must be famished. Come.
Such
such a fascinating world.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say that. Why, thank you. It's quite the luxurious pavilion you have here.
Oh, have a look around, Dr. Jones.
Don't mind if I do, Dame Noel. You have a very sharp eye for quality.
Ah, just trinkets I've collected on my travels. So, this great circle, the Nazis think it's a conduit of some kind of power, correct?
Boss certainly does. He believes it'll secure his place in history. Everything's a competition with that guy.
He's using my sister to cross the finish line.
We will find her. Everything is predestined and pre-written, as the Egyptians would say. Oh, mind feeding Osiris, Dr. Jones?
I don't think he's hungry.
Scared of snakes, Dr. Jones?
Must be a problem in your line of work.
Nothing would make me happier than feeding your snake, Dame Noel.
I find Osiris's food right by his box. Give him just a little snack. That should be enough. Simte lalile Ra.
The Idol of Ra.
Voss believes it to be here, Dr. Jones.
What is it?
It's a statue, perhaps this big, cursed with a terrible power, according to the old Egyptian legend.
It's been lost for thousands of years. No one's known where to look for it.
So why does Boss think that the idol is here in Giza?
Perhaps he thinks old Khufu had it.
Khufu built the Great Pyramid as his personal tomb. If he did have the idol, then he would...
He would want to hide its power from the world.
Power of the stone. Dame Noel, you're a genius.
Am I?
The cat mummy.
Sorry.
The stones of the Great Circle were found inside various ancient relics, which could mean the Idol of Ra contains another one of those stones.
Oh, bravo!
Oh, we got our megafin.
On Indy's biggest.
Cyrus, Lord of the Dead. Charming.
Fear. Snaky.
One of my spies smuggled this out of the Nazi compound, funding approval for some sort of experiment. Signed by Adolf Hitler, the obnoxious little twit.
Dr. Laura Lombardi. She's on the list of the participants?
Couldn't find any description of this experiment. My German is a tad rusty.
What did you get yourself into, Laura?
She was so absorbed in her work when we lived in Berlin, she was never really present. She was like a ghost.
She still loves you, you know.
Well, I'm still here for her, doing everything I can, even though... Voss has an office in the Nazi compound. Perhaps we can find more information there.
How do we get in?
I can procure work passes. Though it may take some time, I'm afraid.
I did it. I've had the snake.
Marvelous. Well, I take it you won't just idly wait here for your work passes. An agent of mine purloined this excavation map from the Nazi camp. It will give you an updated view of the surroundings here in Giza.
Huh. Must be from an old expedition during the French invasion.
I can use this to listen to the Nazis' radio communications.
Splendid idea. Be my guest.
مدام نوال، النازيين دمروا واحدة تانية.
شكرا عمر. ربنا معك.
Lost another what?
Another stone steely. Voss is desperate for whatever information they may contain. Soon, there'll be no trace of history left in this place.
Perhaps there's something I could do to help.
I'm a benefactor at the Cairo Museum. They would gladly accept any stone steely coming their way. If you find any, bring them to me. I'll keep them safe and sound.
As long as they end up in a museum.
Where they belong. These are my notes concerning the stone steely. Perhaps they can be of some use to you.
I'll do my best. What's this?
So we are gonna steal the Stevie. Come on, I'm trying to make word jokes and they're all falling flat today. God damn it.
I don't understand why they call them steely when they're stone.
Just watch out for any merchants trying to scam you.
Don't worry. I have a nose for spotting fraud.
See, my jokes suck too.
Then I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. Now I feel a bit
Hey,
better.
Stramble,
Thank you,
I picked up
Kovic.
something interesting.
You are a
Come over
great
here.
friend.
The Scarlet Arrow. Dana Wall, this is your yacht?
Indeed. Maybe one day I will take you sailing, Dr. Jones.
I think you want to hear this.
All right, I'm listening.
Statusbericht Meyer. Kommen.
That's Voss.
Wir waren den ganzen Tag an der Ausgrabungsstelle bei der Sphinx. Die Männer sind erschöpft. Komm. Wer und? Haben Sie schon das Heiligtum der Wächter gefunden? Leider nein, Herr Sturmbannführer. Aber womöglich einen Eingang. Komm. Gut. Gute Arbeit, Meyer. Und jetzt kehren Sie zum Lager zurück. Ich werde mich jetzt der Ausgrabung widmen. Der nächste Schritt erfordert eine gewisse Expertise. Los, ab. Verstanden, Herr.
Voss seems very concerned about this excavation. What is he searching for?
He said the Sanctuary of the Guardians.
Huh?
Maybe they were guardians of the Idol of Ra.
Well, we have to investigate before he returns to the site.
Just a little sketch I made. Keep it if you'd like.
If I'm not mistaken, Marge was doing an excavation in Petra.
Indeed. I decided to pop by for a visit. Ah, what a lovely lady she is.
So, would the AI have been used in this game? What do you guys think?
What AI?
I'm asking an open question.
What kind of AI or what's your question?
Yeah, basically that. If AI in any kind of way has been used in this game.
Ah, okay. Well,
I think we cannot rule out the programmers using an LLM in some capacity because it's become quite ubiquitous at this point.
Mm-hmm.
and also the DLSS
Right.
and
Yeah.
frame generation, which I'm not using, by the way. You did enable it, Kovic?
Yeah, I am playing with FrameGen.
So for the people who don't know what FrameGen is, Kovic, would you like to explain?
What do we have here?
So it's Nvidia dark magic that creates fake frames in between the frames that you actually rasterize. So in practice, it gives you somewhere between somewhere between 70 to 100% FPS boost at the cost of input latency. Because
nice to see you,
you are forced to wait for the extra frames to be generated before you register your input. So I use it because it helps me reach 144 plus FPS to satisfy my high refresh rate monitor.
That's nice.
And so I used it in Alan Wake 2, where I did feel the extra input latency, but I felt like it was worth it anyway. And in this game, actually, I think the FrameGen is really good, because I don't really feel the extra latency that should be the result of FrameGen. So I do think that it's basically free FPS. There's also the other side effect of visual artifacts, which is also real. So, notably on the HUD, on the stamina region bar, if you have FrameGen enabled, there's a bit of ghosting and things like that. But it doesn't bother me too much, and the frame rate increase is worth it. If I wasn't playing on 144 Hz, if I was playing on 60 Hz, then I wouldn't need FrameGen at all.
Well, FrameGen on HDR had some problems. They said they fixed it with this patch, but I didn't try it because I have 60 FPS without using FrameGen.
Yeah, not only if you have a lower refresh rate monitor, you don't need it. You don't need the extra FPS if you can reach 60. But if you cannot reach 60 in the first place, then FrameGen is also a very bad idea, because pretty much all the negative aspects that it have get amplified the lower your source frame rate is, because then it has less information to use for the interpolation and generation. So doing FrameGen to get from 30 to 60 is awful, and I wouldn't recommend it under any circumstances. But I think the use case for, turning something like 80-ish into 140 is pretty darn good.
Where are you going?
Yeah,
Should we search
interesting.
this place before boss comes back?
Okay.
The reason I'm not reading a lot of the notes at the moment is my voice is getting a bit tired. I'm not myself getting tired, but my voice is bit of and I think it has to do with my sinuses. But
The Nazis found some
I'll be
kind
fine.
of golden medallion. Took it to their recreational area.
That medallion sounds pretty important, don't you think?
You're damn right. Now let's go take it back from them.
You go. I'll stay here and search for any signs of my sister.
Just my size.
I don't remember where we get the lighter.
Later?
Dr. Kafur can help the workers with this.
When the game prompts you for it with a quest, you are supposed to go into the village and buy it there from a merchant.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah, the main quest already sends you there, into the village.
You can't do any exploration without, to be honest.
Or look at somebody that has an HDR stream and then shares it over Discord and then watch the share on a non-HDR screen. Problem solved.
And also enable RTX screen filter to boost the...
That one shouldn't work. I don't know why when we restarted the game it enabled itself. That one is for non-HDR games.
البلح خيره كتير السنة دي، بس بتاع السنة اللي فاتت كان أحلى بكتير.
البلح ما بيعجبكش على طول، طب ما بلاش منه.
ما اقدرش ابطل اكل منه، اصلي بحب طعمه قوي.
بجد؟ السنة اللي فاتت قلت إن البلح حلو بزيادة وإن شوية منه كانوا مسمومين.
كان كده فعلا.
القرد مات عشان كان عجوز وتعبان مش بسبب البلح.
سمعت عن البلح المسموم من أماكن تانية.
هو ليه يعني حد هيسمم البلح بتاعك؟
معرفش، بس أنا ليا أعداء عشان كده بغسله دايما كويس قوي قبل ما أكله.
شكك جننك.
بس لولا كده كنت مت ولا إيه؟
السلام عليكم.
ما شفتيش الكاس بتاع ستي؟ لا، ليه في ايه؟ حطيته على الترابيزه لما كنت بحضره.
سلام عليكم.
اللي جايين من القاهره. بعدت عنه شويه وببص عليه تاني لقيته اختفى. يا لهوي، لا يكون حد خده. انا شفت القرد الحرامي من الشباك.
انا سمعت انه بيحب ياخد الحاجات اللي بتلمع. هسأل لو كان حد شافه كده ولا كده.
Let me see here. Never tasted anything like Sala's family recipe.
Lokovic, this is your favorite area of the game?
Yes.
Why?
I have no further comment.
Yeah. I think the quests and the dungeons or tombs or whatever you want to call them are the most interesting. I think during my playthrough this is where I had most fun. It also flows the best because the area is very open. Vatican made me very annoyed with having to sneak everywhere with the Italians everywhere, and also, you know, you run through the same couple of streets all the time. Here you have a large plain with areas of interest, and I really loved going through the desert and stumbling upon something interesting.
I wonder, what if you had a pineapple, and a pizza, you would be able to fuck over the Italians and scare them half to death. Wouldn't that make the game too easy?
Keine Fremden erlaubt.
Nazis only, I guess.
But you have the black shirt. You can wear it and.
Yeah, but only later. And I mentioned that I didn't find it for the longest time. I really did have to sneak everywhere.
This one too.
Okay.
Where was it?
نهارك سعيد. ما شفتيش الكاس بتاع ستي؟ لا، كاس ستي. انت لقيته؟ مش عارفه اشكرك ازاي يا بيه. خلاص مش هسيبه بره بقى دلوقتي.
I have a lot of respect for people who speak Arabic languages like that. The amount of sounds you need to be able to produce is astounding.
نهارك أبيض.
أهلا بك.
أنت بتوترني ليه كل ما أجي ألعب؟
ماشي. عشان بتغلط في اللعب وأنت متوتر.
ده غش.
يا باشا اللعب على الأعصاب.
We saw that, Senate. But only once.
أخبارك إيه؟
نهارك سعيد. Better keep my distance.
No, indeed, you need to hug a snake.
What are you selling?
Aywa, I think I have something for you.
Hello, guy.
Dowsarit is a queen, not a guy.
Didn't realize I was speaking to the last pharaoh of the Ramesside dynasty. My apologies, Your Majesty.
Maybe this would tease open your money pouch. Yes, Alder.
Not bad. How much?
From beautiful Vienna, I can barely part with it, but I will sell it for a very, very good price to you, sir.
Let me think about it. If I'm gonna be crawling around Egyptian tombs, a lighter would come in handy.
Excellent.
I was hoping we'd engage in some haggling. But...
Quoted from a German soldier. The light is yours.
Amen.
Thanks.
Well, now you have a light.
And also for the secondary missions in Vatican, they are more enjoyable with the lighter.
You want a picture?
That monkey is up to something.
Of course. A very, very, very good price, sir.
No, I'm good for now.
أهلا.
Footwear, fair price. Come see my wear.
And yeah, Chris, I think we got the Holy Grail a moment earlier.
You have chosen wisely.
And he didn't walk over the Great Seal.
Temple crashing down, that comes later.
And that already came too with the bulldozer.
Who's a good boy?
Aren't you?
Don't tell me you can pet the dog, then I would be angry. I remember when the Tears of the Kingdom came out and people were angry. You couldn't pet the dog. But in Tears of the Kingdom, there is an ability called Ultra Hand where you can basically glue things together. So what people did is they chopped down trees, made a hand from the tree trunk, and then used telekinesis to pet the dog.
أكيد بالغلط أنا متأكد. حد سامعني؟
I must sadly report that when Tears of the Kingdom came out, the only thing I saw on social media was people making manhoods out of all the placeable stuff.
Well,
let's see here.
Here is a fun thing. Maybe you don't know this about game development, but there is a game development term called TTP. In full, it's time to penis. So basically, it's a metric in games that when you give a player
أخيرا ده أنا افتكرت إني هموت من الجوع هنا. تسلم يا حضرة والله.
If you give a player any kind of creative freedom, so to speak, so that like footprints in the desert, or placeable objects in Tears of the Kingdom, or an ability to draw, or even shooting bullets, TTP is how fast can you make a penis? And in some games that metric is very, very, very low.
Beautiful animals. And useful. I should get out of here.
Meier lässt uns also schuften, während er Skat im Zelt des Befehlshabenden spielt? So ist das halt. Wir sind nur Fußvolk. Meinst du, er lässt mich mitmachen, wenn ich spiele? Als hättest du genug Geld für den Einsatz, um mit Meier und den Offizieren Skat zu spielen. Geh mir aus den Augen. Kenne ich diesen Arbeiter?
Oh, what do I see? Blue Screen 18 is now playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Very interesting.
Indeed.
Diana Jones.
Komm mir nicht zu nahe, Bursche.
Are you gonna poke him?
No.
That was close.
Du da, bring mir die Flasche. Musst du immer alle rumscheuchen, Meier? Ich sagte, bring mir die Flasche. Tu, was Offizier Meier sagt, Mann. Das ist nah genug.
I know myself. When I'm playing this game,
there you
I am so going to throw the bottle at his face. For the fun of it.
What do we have here? Jack, the manservant or knave?
Fuck.
Hey, Eindringling!
Oh my god.
You just got busted.
Auf ihn! Das nennst du einen Kampf?
دوروا على حته امان.
Na, und jetzt noch und holst dir. Ja, weiter so. Du warst zu groß für dich. Das tut jetzt weh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Und das.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop
Gaat het
coming.
kribben.
No, no, no!
This is called the aggro range.
Oh, and they don't stop coming.
That reminds me how you. Holy shit! Indeed, Indy. How you can try to outrun aggro pigmen in the Nether in Minecraft, since the closer you come to fighting with a pigman, the more you aggro. Did you just go out of range?
Staring down menacingly.
Bye bye.
Okay. I think some moments of this stream today can just be cut up, like Gina walking through the
He had
flames
something in his
earlier.
hands, if you're wondering.
What?
In his hands.
Ah, but what? I need to kill him or what?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. X bandage.
تعال هنا من فضلك. خد ده يمكن يفيدك. بالتوفيق. سلام عليكم.
Ah, you cannot kill
Shukran.
him.
In the shadow, you can see him holding the spade like it's a fly. Smacker.
Whacker is the right term.
Found the medallion?
Of
No, the
course.
fly swatter.
Any signs of Laura?
No, nothing.
What was that?
No, nothing.
Oh, it worked. Ah, pretty sesame. Wow.
This hasn't been disturbed for thousands of years.
Maybe because of this huge hole.
Yeah.
And nobody found
Watch
it.
your step.
Yeah. And you know,
It's too dark.
it gets even worse when suddenly you find modern medicine.
Yep. Bought this little fella at the market.
Well, I hope you didn't buy it from that lady with the monkey. Nawal told me she's a con artist.
No. No, of course I didn't.
I did. Chris is going to sleep. I think I will need to rest my body and mind now.
I got you.
See you later.
Good night, Chris.
Good reflexes.
Now what? Look, do you think we can pass through there?
Only one way to find out.
Can you get through?
Yeah! Wait there!
Man, I love the light.
The gate is opening! Come on, scramble!
Hey, slow down, will ya?
Might as well be talking to the wall.
I may be a nuisance, Dr. Jones. But at
And
least
that
you can
was a
always count on me.
good voice line.
I'll keep that in mind.
Are these the Guardians?
I would guess so, yeah. These were artisans, masters of their craft. They lived and breathed beauty. I'm glad this didn't get buried by the sand.
Tomb Raider Last Revelation.
Wow, this is amazing.
The Golden Mask! Hey, Lara, it's here!
Ceremonial mask. It sure is.
Do you think we can get it out of there? The gold mask.
We're sure gonna try.
That's clever. They could choose where to shine the light with those mirrors.
In the daring operation, Dr. Jones restores the patient's vision. Sorry, I find this quote very relevant at this moment.
That? It's reacting to the light. Now try the other one.
I need puzzle easy mode if you have Gina mode.
Exactly. Now, in the modern Tomb Raider games, there is also a hint mode where...
Ceremonial mask, probably worn by the Guardians.
May I see that?
Hey!
What if the Guardians of ancient Egypt looked so frightening that they needed this mask to cover their faces.
Not a bad theory.
Oh, I'm coming for your card, mommy.
Hold still.
I'm coming for your cock.
Classic.
No, wait!
Are you alright?
I think so. I'm sorry.
Wonderful. Now, how do we get out of here?
Oh my god, look at the floor.
Scorpions.
Quick, light my torch.
Where did she get that?
From out her.
Shaw!
No.
Shaw! Go away! We've got to get out of here!
Tell me about it!
What about that? That looks like a door. It must be the exit. Come on! Oh no, no! It's a dead end! Look, there is a torch in sight.
Scram!
Over here! This wall looks weak. Can we break that wall? What happened? Is there an exit?
I doubt it.
Come on, go!
Now, would you guys mind we wrap up at the next stage point?
Oh, now
No,
you don't
of
like it,
course.
huh?
It's okay, man.
It's getting pretty late for all of us. And I feel my commentary is dying out.
Well, at least scorpions are gone.
Not out of here just yet.
My
It is.
creative focus is gone.
Yeah, I'm getting tired also. Okay.
Okay, so
when we continue, or maybe it's better to discuss on
We
Discord.
shall discuss on Discord.
Yeah,
since,
because it's coming the Christmas period, and I don't know. At least next week I talked with Neko to do a Christmas stream, let's say, with another game. We didn't decide it yet which one.
It might be a one-off game. It might be a Christmas-related game. We shall see.
Yeah, and we'll talk also with Kovic and see when we'll continue Indiana Jones.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a
Let's
great
Thank you.
Sunday.
Danke.
And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.